the Predictive Index, otherwise known as the PI. In this video, I'm gonna break down what is the Predictive Index and how it compares to other personality assessments you may have used in business, such as Myers-Briggs or the DISC assessment. Now, over the years growing various companies, I have explored all of these tools and I just always end up coming back to the PI. Predictive Index is a tool that essentially measures 5 traits. Your dominance level, meaning how dominant versus passive do you show up at work and in your personality. Extroversion versus introversion. Patience versus impatience, otherwise known as drive and people who need more variety in their work versus people who can work more consistent and steady. And D is detail or formality, meaning higher detail, higher formality, good for really important jobs that require a lot of detail, like flying a plane, for example, versus having very low detail. You'll see this on the profile of a lot of people like myself who are more artistic, easygoing, not really caught up in the details of things. And then the 5th point that's measured on this assessment is actually how you make decisions. Do you lean more towards making decisions based on logic or based on your emotions? So that's it. It gives you these 5 key personality factors and it weighs them against one another with a middle line in the center showing you which traits are the strongest and the lowest. So the Predictive Index also gives you back 3 different graphs. One is the graph of yourself, how you authentically are, how you show up at work and in your day-to-day life. But it also gives you your self-concept, which is the second question on the assessment, which asks you how you think others want you to show up while you're at work. This is super insightful because when weighed together, it gives you a synthesis and blends the two based on who and what you actually are, and then what you're trying to be at work, and that like middle ground of where you probably typically land in the day-to-day. And you'll find a lot of people that are like unfulfilled in their jobs, their self-concept is like way off of who they naturally are. So that'll give you more insight as well into why you're out of alignment at work. Perhaps you're trying to do jobs here when all you really need to do is find a job that fits your personality here and what you actually are. So the reason that I love this assessment is because unlike the Myers-Briggs, for example, that takes a really long time to fill out and there's this whole process with all of these questions, the Predictive Index is literally just 2 questions. Yeah, that's right. It takes 5 minutes to fill out and gives you more information on you than probably your own mom knows about you. When you get your results back, you can see in the report and start reading right away the different areas that you show up in work, and it gives you direction as to what sort of jobs you should be performing that are in alignment with your natural personality style. Not only that, but this assessment allows you to take your entire staff of your company and weigh everyone's profiles against one another, and it will actually give you back a report on how your team actually performs together as a group, which is super helpful because if you're thinking of bringing on additional employees and you're looking to fill different gaps, it'll give you essentially like an insight into what areas might be missing. For example, maybe you have a lot of low D, low detail, low formality people on your team, but you're looking to hire in some departments that require helping you guys get organized, create systems, follow procedures. Well, now you know you need to get more high D individuals in your organization. So I used this assessment in my original company many years ago, but eventually lost access to it when I sold that company and moved to Miami. And that was the time period that I started to explore these other assessments like DISC, Myers-Briggs, etc. But fortunately, I recently switched back to the Predictive Index and worked with Mike Mosel, the owner of Polarity, to help me dissect my team and essentially analyze everyone that I've already been working with for years. And it has been immensely helpful in getting me to understand my own company culture, why people are the way they are, and actually why certain positions have done so well for me over the years. And working with Mike has just been phenomenal. He has sent me many reports, sent me Loom videos going over the predictive index of various members of my team that I had questions about. He actually even got on a group call with my entire team and broke down our group dynamic, shared with us everyone's chart, and it was really good to shed a light on the ways that different people communicate and the different styles and how we can better know and support one another. So it was a super insightful call. Really cool to get my whole team together and see everyone's different personality. It was good to see that the COO of my company actually had the profile, for example, of a captain, and her dominance level was the highest on her graph, meaning that's great for leadership. So certain things like that came back and made a lot of sense to me why things are working out. And there was some areas that weren't so strong in my business that this assessment also helped to shed a light on. So if you're interested in doing it for your own company, Mike Mosel is a certified partner. I highly recommend. Reach out to him. You can do a free consultation. And I also linked in the description of this video a free PDF that you can download to learn more about this tool and how it can benefit your organization. So if you are curious to learn about the Predictive Index and maybe you even want to know your type, go ahead and also click the link in the description below to fill this out. Again, it takes 5 minutes, really easy to get people to do, and it will send you back a full report with your type, your information, and where you may be in or out of alignment at work. Thanks everyone, I hope you enjoyed, and please like this post and subscribe to the channel for more.